Right, welcome to the third Nero video. The second one, as you remember, ended with the idea of Nero being so obsessed with chariot racing that he used to go and visit all the small races in the countryside. And we continue with the same idea now. Neque means and, he didn't, and not. And dissimulabat is our word dissimulate or dissimulation. It means to pretend or disguise. So nor did he disguise. Then we have an indirect statement, an accusative plus an infinitive, that he wanted, himself to want, so that he wanted the number, numerum of prizes, palmarum, ampliari, that's a passive infinitive, which you haven't got to know for your exam, but that's what it is, with an I on the end, not an E. Okay, to be amplified, to be increased. So, and he didn't disguise the fact that he wanted the number of prizes to be increased. Okay, and therefore, because he wanted more prizes, that is, the show, the spectaculum, was protrahebato, you can see that's imperfect passive, was dragged out, was dragged forward, was extended in serum into a late hour by, these two words are ablative, by multiplied races, basically by multiplying the number of races. So, and therefore the show was extended into a late hour by the multiplication of races. And now we have the final idea in this video is that even the team managers were keen on this as well, and they wouldn't bother to turn up unless he was racing for the whole day. So ne quidem means not even, those two words together, and dominis dignantibus are both ablative, so it means with. So not even, or with not even the managers, that's obviously the word dominus master, but here it means manager of a team. So with not even the managers of the teams, now thinking it worthwhile, ducere greges, to bring along their teams, that means flocks literally, to bring along their teams, nisi, unless ad totius diei cursum, for racing of a whole day. Okay, so literally, with not even the managers now of the teams thinking it worthwhile, unless for of the whole day racing their teams to bring along. So the whole idea of this video is that Nero he extended the racing because he wanted more and more races, more and more prizes, and eventually the idea got out that it wasn't worth going along unless there was a whole day's racing. So the whole sport expanded as a result of Nero's obsession. Right, and the final piece of the Suetonius Nero account builds up to the sort of climax of his idiocy, his humiliation, as Suetonius implies, when old Nero actually wanted to become a charioteer himself and actually raced in the Circus Maximus in front of the whole of Rome. So here we go. Soon, et ipse, even, that word et, when it can't mean and, often means even or also. Soon, even he himself, that's Nero himself. Aurigare is the infinitive of to be a charioteer, and auriga is a charioteer. To be a charioteer, and even spectari, that's that passive infinitive again from last time, to be watched more frequently. Saipius is the comparative of saipe, more frequently he wanted. So, soon, even he himself wanted to be a charioteer and even to be watched. Sorry, more often he wanted to be a charioteer and even to be watched, to be spectated. And, he did a kind of run up first, a kind of dry run. The word rudimentum means that. And then he went into the circus. So this bit here ends with rudimento. So those are ablatives, so with again. So with a dry run, posito here means arranged in his gardens among groups of slaves and a filthy, dirty band of people. So with a trial run arranged in his gardens among bands of slaves and a rough crowd, he se pribuit, he offered himself, he presented himself to the eyes, oculis universorum, of everybody. That's a very big word for everybody. It's not omnium, it's universalum to everybody in Circo Maximo, in the Circus Maximus. So after this trial run, this bit from Posito to Rudimento, to the eyes of everyone, in the Circus Maximus, he presented himself. Then we have a final bit at the end showing how the race started. Again, an undignified way. Aliquo liberto mittente, that's again ablative, with some freedman dropping the cloth that starts the race. Unde means from where magistrates are accustomed to do the same thing. So the praetor started up by dropping a cloth. Nero did it, and he had some freedman, i.e. some ex-slave, doing it instead. So with some freedman dropping the cloth from where magistrates usually do it.